Is there someone in your office who gives orders without thinking? Or maybe a friend who starts talking and never stops? Or a relative who goes into so much detail about small things that your head starts spinning? In all our lives, there are people who make us think only one thing. This person is definitely stupid. Or, why doesn't this person understand? But what if I tell you that they are not stupid? They are just different from you. Their mind, their behavior, and the way they see the world are completely different from yours. The problem is not that they are wrong. The problem is that we are trying to make them like ourselves. Today, the book we're going to decode has a very interesting name, Surrounded by Idiots, written by Thomas Erikson. This book became a worldwide bestseller because it gives a simple and powerful framework to understand human behavior. After learning this, you can quickly understand anyone, whether it's your rude boss, a stubborn partner, or a quiet neighbor. By the end of this video, you will have an X-ray vision to read human behavior, which will reduce your conflicts and greatly increase your influence. So let's begin. This story begins with a very interesting incident. The author, Thomas Erikson, met a businessman named Sture. Sture was very successful, but he was always angry. When Thomas asked him what the problem was, Sture said, "My office is full of idiots. The people in Department A are idiots. The people in Department B understand nothing. And the people in Department C are the biggest fools of all." Thomas innocently asked, "Sir, who hired all these people?" Sture understood the point. He was the one who had hired everyone. If you are in a room and feel that everyone else is stupid, then maybe the problem is not with others, but with you. From here, Thomas Erikson tells us about the 4 colors of human behavior: red, yellow, green, and blue. That is, red, yellow, green, and blue. Every person in the world is made from a mix of these 4 colors. If you can identify which color the other person is, you can talk to them in their own language. So let's first meet the red type of people. We call them dominant people. If you think of Steve Jobs, Donald Trump, or a strict military commander, they are red. Red people are very fast, go straight to the point, and want results right now. Red people are very easy to identify. They are the ones who speak the fastest in meetings, make quick decisions, and do not care much about other people's emotions. Their motto is, "The work must get done, no matter how." If you talk to a red person in a roundabout way, they will get irritated. They will feel that you are wasting their time. Red people are very good leaders because they are not afraid to take risks. But their weakness is that they often make decisions without listening and end up hurting people without realizing it. They think they are just being honest, but others see them as arrogant or rude. If your boss is red, there is only one way to keep them happy: work fast and don't talk nonsense. Now let's move to the second color, yellow. Yellow people are the life of the party. We call them inspiring. They are the people who are always smiling, talk a lot, and love making friends with everyone. If a red person wants results, a yellow person wants fun. Yellow people have amazing energy. They are very creative. If you need a new idea, go to a yellow person. But they have one big problem. They don't listen. They are so busy talking that they ignore what the other person is saying. Yellow people make many promises. Yes, I'll do this, I'll do that. But they often forget because they get distracted easily. If you have a friend who is always late, but the moment they arrive, they tell such a funny story that you forget your anger, then understand that they are yellow. To deal with them, you need to praise them, give them attention. But when it comes to work, you must remind them again and again. The third color, and the most common one in the world, is green. According to the author, About 65 to 70% of the world's population is green. Green people are stable. They are the ones who do not make much noise, do not like too much change, and are the best listeners. Green people are very kind and cooperative. They never want to fight with anyone. If you ask them, "What do you want to eat?" they will say, "Whatever you like." They do not want to force their choice on others. When there is a fight between red and yellow, it is the green person who keeps the peace. But green people also have a problem. They hate change. If you tell them that the way of working will completely change from tomorrow, they will feel stressed inside. They can be stubborn. They cannot say no. So many times they will say yes to your face, but later they will not do the work because they are afraid of conflict. If you want to get work done from a green person, you need to make them feel safe and introduce change slowly. And finally comes the fourth color, blue. Blue people are analytical. If you have ever seen someone who goes into detail about everything and loves Excel sheets and data, they are blue. People like Bill Gates or Albert Einstein fall into the blue category. For blue people, quality is everything. They do not make any decision until they have all the data and all the facts. If a red person says, "Let's buy this car," a blue person will say, "Wait, first let's check its mileage, engine capacity, and 10-year resale value." Blue people are very calm and introverted. They do not talk much, but when they do, they have the right answer. But their problem is that they are perfectionists. They take a long time to start work because they want to find and fix every mistake. They often point out flaws in other people's work, which is why people see them as someone who always finds faults and is never satisfied. If you want to convince a blue person, do not talk in the air. Give them proof and data. Now you might be thinking, who am I? The truth is that none of us is just one color. We are usually a mix of two colors. For example, someone can be red-yellow, very fast and talkative, or someone can be blue-green, calm and detail-oriented. But one color is always dominant, and it comes out during times of stress. When a red person is under stress, they start shouting at others. They feel that everyone else is slow and that all the work is falling on them. When a yellow person is under stress, they start talking even more. They may create drama to get attention so that people listen to them. When a green person is under stress, they shut down. They become quiet, stubborn, and keep their emotions inside. This can be the most dangerous. And when a blue person is under stress, they become pessimistic. They start seeing faults in everything and get stuck on every small detail. So now the question is, how do we use this knowledge? How do we avoid feeling that we are surrounded by idiots? The answer is adaptation. The author says that you cannot change others. You can only change yourself. If you want the other person to understand you, you have to come to their frequency. Let's understand this with a few examples. Suppose you have to send an email to your boss. If your boss is red, keep the email very short. "Hi, this is the report. The work is done. The next step is this." That's it. If you tell a long story about how hard you worked, they won't even read it. If your boss is yellow, add some energy to the email. "Hi, what a great day. Here is the report we talked about. It was a lot of fun working on it." They should feel a connection. If your boss is green, show some warmth and care in the email. "Hi, I hope your family is doing well. I'm happy to share this report with you. Please review it at your convenience." And if your boss is blue, remove emotions from the email and fill it with facts. Subject: Project report. The file is attached. The data is on page 4. This is the conclusion. The same rule applies to conversations as well. When you meet a red person, talk directly about work. Look them in the eye, shake hands firmly, and move at a fast pace. Do not ask how their weekend was. They don't care. Give them results. When you meet a yellow person, let them talk. Laugh at their stories. Make them feel that you like them. But remember, make the work part clear at the end and write it down. Otherwise, they will forget it as soon as they leave the room. When you meet a green person, give them time to relax. Do not force sudden decisions on them. Ask them how they are feeling. Tell them how much the team will benefit from their help. Green people need a sense of security. Give them that. And when you meet a blue person, go fully prepared. If you say, "I think sales have increased," they will not accept it. You have to say, "Sales have increased by 4.5%. Give them things in writing so they can check them. And yes, don't stand too close to them. They like personal space. Thomas Erikson says a very important thing. Flexibility is the key to communication. The more flexible a person is, meaning the better they can adjust themselves according to other people's colors, the more successful they will be. Often, red and yellow people think that they do not need to change and that the rest of the world should work according to them. But this ego becomes the reason for their downfall. On the other hand, green people are so afraid of change that they fail to recognize their own potential. And blue people get so lost in their own world that they forget the importance of relationships. The summary of this book is that no color is right or wrong. The world needs all four colors to function. If everyone were red, we would end up killing each other. If everyone were yellow, there would only be talk and no work would get done. If everyone were green, we would never come out of the caves because no one would take any risks. And if everyone were blue, we would keep planning forever and never be able to implement anything. A good family or society works only when we understand that every person is different and has their own importance. So the next time someone does not understand you or behaves strangely, pause for a moment before calling them stupid. Think, what is their color? Is it red, who only wants results? Is it yellow, who needs attention? Is it green, who is afraid of change? Or is it blue, who needs more data? The moment you identify this, your anger will disappear and be replaced by understanding. You will suddenly realize that you are not surrounded by idiots anymore, but by different kinds of interesting people, each with their own unique way of seeing the world. And this is the real victory of this book. It does not teach us how to change others, but how to understand them. Friends, if you apply this principle in your life, peace and happiness will come not only to your office, but also to your home. Look at your wife, your husband, your children, or your friends through the lens of these colors, and you will clearly start seeing the reasons behind their behavior. I hope this summary of Surrounded by Idiots will give a new direction to your thinking. Remember, knowledge is not just in reading, but in applying it. Start identifying the colors of the people around you from today.